Hi guys, I'm back today talking about my favourite assignment from second year, which was Trigon. Trigon is an informal assessment, and it's basically where you're taken out with uni on a coach and you're taken to a crime scene or multiple crime scenes that have been set up on an estate, and you will be in small groups processing that crime scene over a number of hours. Uni will give you an incident log that you will have to fill out. You will be told in lectures how to fill this out correctly. It will have like a crime scene description, evidence log, a log of your team that you're processing the crime scene with, that sort of thing. It's really fun, scene sketches, and also a list of photography, so a shot sheet is what it's called. I honestly thought it was such a fun assessment. And I think everyone gets a bit stressed and nervous when they hear that an assessment's coming up, but this one is genuinely one of the most relaxed, sort of laid-back assessments. The lecturers will stand there and they'll keep an eye on you, but from a distance, so you don't feel like you're always being watched. Every person from your team will have, so maybe like 15 minutes where they're taken aside and the lecturer will ask you some set questions. Those set questions come from the lectures, so you will have plenty of time to practice your sort of answer. I think mine was, what is a criminal proceeding? I can't remember how many marks that answer is, but it's really not that stressful because they help guide the conversation. Without giving you the exact answer, they can provide you hints, and then it's up to you whether you can remember it. If not, it's not the end of the world. You can redeem yourself in other parts of the assignment. So everyone will be allocated a position, so you do have the opportunity to volunteer yourself for a position. Some people want to be photographer or exhibits officer. Some people want to be just a CSI or a crime scene manager. We had a few volunteers last year. There were some positions that still weren't filled out, so they ask you there if you want to volunteer, or they will just randomly assign you. I decided to just go for it and be a crime scene manager. I just decided on the day. I thought I haven't really got much to lose. I've learned each role, so I just need to have more confidence and lead people in my crime scene. You will have about half an hour break in between for lunch, but for the assessment, when you are in the crime scene, you will be expected to wear your full PPE. I saved mine from last year. It can also come in handy as Halloween costumes, or if you're in a society, sometimes a social. So you will have a full hazmat suit. These ones all come in extra large, so no one's going to be looking good on the day. You get given whatever supplies they have. So a full hazmat suit. Everyone is required to wear a hairnet, a pair of gloves, and also some shoe covers. So these ones will go over your shoes. It had been raining, so it was a bit slippery, so they decided not to use it for the assessment. But if you were doing it in the crime scene facility at uni, you would be required to wear them there because it's just carpet, so it's safer to wear them then. Some other things that you'll be provided with are different types of evidence packaging. I've got two different types of evidence bags here. They are both called tamper-evident bags. I've got one bigger one and one smaller one. They are official packaging, so they have the whole list that you will have to fill in. You will be taught how to do that in your lectures, but the assessment does look at some of that. The assessment is mostly looking at your professionalism, whether you're wearing all your PPE correctly and throughout the whole day, not going on your phone. But some of them are really, really easy marks to pick up. You will have had multiple opportunities and assessments in first year to go through how to fill these out. They all work the same way, where they've got a chain of custody. You will have to fill it in when you've package some evidence, and then when you hand it over to the exhibits officer, they will have to fill it in as well, because in the chain of custody, everybody who has had custody of that piece of evidence needs to put their signature on it, so that you always know who's had that evidence. If there was a gap in the chain of custody, then who's to say that the evidence hasn't been tampered with? And that means that if you can't ensure that it hasn't been tampered with, that piece of evidence can be thrown out of court. So this is a really, really good exercise for you to really get that into your head of how you need to fill in the chain of custody, the packaging, the evidence, and that sort of thing. It's a really fun assessment to have, honestly. I wouldn't be too stressed about it. I would say it's my favourite one out of all the ones I had in second year.